Hey guys, I'm Ryan Johnson. I'm the course director of the Wildlife Filmmaking program. And first off, I want to welcome you to the online theoretical section of the program. So, how does the entire program work? Well, we have really four different things. We have the online theoretical section. We also, throughout this section, will have a number of resources that you can download. These can be lectures, these can be template contracts, these can be all of the type of databases of producers, all these type of documents that you'll need and you can use not only during the program but afterwards going on with your career. In terms of the practical work that you'll be doing whilst in South Africa, really there's two parts. There's what we call our workshops, and these are really practical training workshops. They'll cover things such as interview techniques, workshops and training with drones and effects cameras, workshops on how to use the camera, editing workshops and so forth. And then we will have the real experiential learning, which is when you go out and start producing and making your very own documentary. So that is the four sections: the theory, the resources that you need going forward, workshops, and the experiential learning when you produce your own documentary. So what is this online section all about? Well, we realized really early on is that when you come to South Africa, you want to spend time doing the practical, enjoyable, fun stuff of making documentaries, of working with cameras, of being out there and filming, because you don't get many chances to be in Africa and do this type of thing. So you want to spend a little bit less time in the classroom having formal lectures and so forth. So we've built this online section to allow you to get the theoretical understanding and knowledge that you need before you actually get here to South Africa and start working. The second reason is that we have students and participants from many backgrounds. We have participants from the traditional filmmaking background who want to sort of cross over into wildlife. We have biologists and scientists and students like that who want to more work into wildlife media from using their biology background. And then we have enthusiasts who just love the idea and want to really investigate and explore the industry of wildlife and documentary filmmaking. So because we have all these different backgrounds, there's a whole lot of different skill sets that come in. And by having this online section initially that covers both the camera use, the writing and the story use, and working with wildlife use, we can hopefully get a lot of you up to a very similar level via this theory before you arrive. So when you do arrive, people do know how to switch on cameras. People do know not to hop out of the Land Rover and walk up to a lion to give it a pat, and various things like that. So it is trying to just even up the playing field so that everybody can work together in unison when you are here in South Africa. So what is this course all about? Well, we have a really clear goal. We want to give you the knowledge, the skills, the ability, firstly, to produce your own wildlife documentary film. That is from conception to pre-production to the production and collecting the content to editing up and delivering a final documentary. This all in 1 month is a massive task. Please don't underestimate that. It is a heck of a lot of work. But if you can understand all the processes that go into making these documentaries, you're in a really good place to work out how you want to fit into the industry, where you want to specialize, how the entire industry works as a whole, so you can actually capitalize on it. Now, the second thing we want to do is to allow you to produce a show reel, a documentary, a takeaway that is of good enough quality that you can take it to a producer, a collaborator, a partner. You can really showcase your skills, that you have the skills to be in this industry, to contribute to productions in various different ways. So if you can walk away with that, then you're in a really good place to actually have a resource that you can use to break into this industry and start developing your career further. And that's really our two big goals with this course. And if we achieve those, then we're happy because you're happy, and we're fulfilling our goal of trying to build a new generation of wildlife media specialists, which is a very clear goal of ours, and it's very dear to our heart because we do want people such as yourself going out there and advocating through wildlife media and environmental media for animals, for our wild spaces, and for conservation. One thing I do want to talk about is I do want to manage your expectations. Any type of wildlife documentary, except for maybe small ones on YouTube, it is not a one-man show or a one-woman show. It is a team. And it's a team from editors to the on-screen talent, to the camera operators, to the directors, to the producers. All of these people work together to make the documentaries that you get to enjoy. So in a month, you are not going to master all of the different avenues of wildlife and documentary filmmaking. It's just an impossible task. But we do want to expose you a little bit to each part of it, teach you as much as we can about each part of it so that you know how the industry works, how the whole process of producing these documentaries work, and then allow you to start recognizing and sort of investigating more where you want to fit into the industry. Do you want to be a director? Do you want to be an editor in the post-production? Do you want to be on-screen presented talent? Do you want to be the camera operator? Do you want to be a producer, research associate producer? There's all these different roles, and whilst you will not have the skills to really jump into all of them, at least you'll be able to see where you want to fit in or where you potentially fit in and start working towards that. It's also about working at your passion. Wildlife filmmaking is a passion industry. A lot of people do this because they love animals, they love the wild places, they love going out and exploring. And in terms of being lucrative, it's definitely not as lucrative as being in the corporate filmmaking or making adverts or fiction movies. It is, however, a great lifestyle and people love doing it, and that's why they do it. So it is really important, hopefully, of this month to assess, is wildlife filmmaking for you? Is it your passion? Are you wanting to really take down this road? And if you do, hopefully we give you the tools that you can then go forward with it. So I'm going to wrap up here. I think I've said enough on this opening one. Really, I do hope you enjoy this online section, and when you get to South Africa, that you enjoy our practical and experiential learning down here in Africa. And till the next lesson, I'll talk to you soon.